the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Just 2 more sleeps, my friends, and the Commanders will have their first shot at the Super Bowl in more than 30 years. Washington will take on the Eagles in Philly Sunday afternoon. The city bracing for an influx of all this burgundy and gold. Many Commanders fans are headed out of town now, getting ready to see the game in person. Some taking off from Union Station, and that's where we find weekend anchor Ben Dennis joining us live.
Yeah, and Ben, good evening. I know you spoke with a lot of fans, one super fan in particular who traveled thousands of miles to see this Commanders.
Hey there, Chris and Susan. Good evening. Yeah, there's a lot riding on this game. This would be the Commanders' first Super Bowl appearance should they win the NFC Championship game on Sunday. Since 1991, it's not lost on fans, including those who flew in miles to catch a train here at Union Station to head to Philly.
Say it again, Trent. Say it again, Trent. Yeah.
Just one goal for Commanders fans Sunday, a win over the Eagles. Blood boiling between the burgundy and green tonight. These Eagles and Commanders fans going at it.
Man, I'm going to taunt them all day.
Eagles gonna win.
I've been a Redskins fan for 40 years.
Alejandro Ferrer flew into D.C. from Panama City, taking the Amtrak north to Philly to watch his team in person.
I've been to 3 games before. This would be my 4th game. It's been 33 years since our last trip to the NFC Championship. I might as well go.
A buzzing feeling of excitement today in the barber's chair.
So we're going to put a W on here.
Barbershop owner Eric Julius helping fans feel hype today at Royal Cut Kings.
Everywhere you go, everybody's smiling. It makes it more enjoyable seeing it around everybody.
I'm really passionate that we're going to win, and I think we're going to make it all the way.
Putting a pep in the step of high school students in Clarksburg, Maryland, a rally today for the team.
Winning is the hardest thing to do in the team sports, man, and they just making it look amazing. And I just hope they keep it up.
And if they do, with a win.
I mean, the city's going to go crazy. You're going to have to, might burn down or something, you know?
Of course, that fan was kidding. Let's just also point out the fact that no doubt the earth may move underneath our feet if DC does win and go to the Super Bowl. Now, those who are taking the train or the bus or maybe even driving to Philadelphia, they're paying a hefty price to sit and watch this one in person. Tickets tonight on StubHub start at $600 a pop, $700 when we checked on Ticketmaster. Live in Northwest, Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, Ben, when the Commanders win, though, it's priceless. All well worth it. Good story there. All new tonight, WMATA offering up a wager to Philly's subway, SEPTA. They posted on X the losing city's public transit agency's GM has to wear the other team's jersey. So far, no reply tonight from SEPTA.
And have to write it all around, yeah. Oh, my goodness. This is the best. Some young Commanders fans showing off their amazing moves ahead of big game on Sunday. The young patients over at Children's National had a dance-off, as you can see right here, against the Eagles fans at Children's Hospital of Philly. And you can see them flying their burgundy and gold, and the cute Eagles fans as well. Their best dance moves and the best spirit. Oh my God.
Jaden Daniels. You know, they're all winners, right? They are
all going to the Super Bowl dance-off.
Absolutely. You know what? Nothing warms your heart like that. And Janessa got some warm temps as well.
Yeah, we're excited for this upcoming weekend that we're not having any big weather events, right? The weather is going to allow us to really enjoy that game with no problems. If you're traveling up to Philly, they're under the same weather pattern that we're dealing with. So we're kind of in it together. Right now, you're seeing increasing clouds. We'll sit under mostly cloudy tonight before we transition into mostly clear skies going into your Saturday. 32 right now across the region. That's a lot better than 24 hours ago, and even really what we saw Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wednesday, coming out of the east, we're transitioning into that southerly flow over the weekend. So the farther west you are at this point, west of I-81, 23 to 20 degrees out towards Lexington Park, 28 at this point, and we're going to continue to watch satellite composite radar are really drying out for much of the East Coast. So if you're doing any traveling southbound, northbound, you don't have any big problems this upcoming weekend. The problem is to overnight into tomorrow morning, right? We're off to a very chilly start, and then we climb back up to the upper 30s. That's just the beginning. We're headed for 50-degree temperatures. I'll show you when coming up.
I've always known a city of pandas, and we want to keep it that way.
All right, it was all black and white at the National Zoo today. Panda fans, many in festive gear, ready to meet the two bears for the very first time.
So they got to watch Bao Li and Qing Bao climb up trees, chow on bamboo, and meander in their new enclosures. So many photographs of those bears. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live at the zoo, our panda expert here.
He certainly is. So much excitement today. Daniel, there's tons of excitement for the pandas, which means, of course, a big business boom for the region as well.
Chris and Susan, it's all anybody can talk about. Pandas and DC go together like peanut butter and jelly. And there are a lot of old panda fans and new ones coming here to DC. And that is a very good thing for all of these businesses just across the street from the zoo. High in the treetops, Bao Li does what he does best, looking cute while hugging a tree.
It's like, I don't know, magical. Like, it was really fun. It was cute, yeah. It was cute to see them eat. It was cute to see them walk around.
What is DC without pandas, right?
The pandemonium isn't just within the zoo walls.
There's panda pancakes down the road, the panda-themed cake pops next door. So it's cool, and Duke's did such a good job with this.
Duke's counter is cashing in with its new pop-up, the Bamboo Bar. Bamboo on the walls and bamboo in the drinks.
Super fun. Had these super cool mugs. That was fun.
Duke's managing partner, Daniel Kramer, knows the economic impact of his new neighbors.
If they have drinks with us, well, maybe they're going to have lunch somewhere else. They're going to stay in the hotel. They're going to go visit other monuments and museums and just be a part of all the things to do in D.C.
The Chinese embassy going all in too, hosting a party celebrating the Chinese New Year and pandemonium. It's a moment Baked by Yael has been waiting for.
Everything's panda, panda, panda. We got panda cake pops, panda cookies, panda duffins, panda hats, panda everything.
Enthusiastically welcoming visitors from near and far.
We're a small business, and so we really rely on people visiting the zoo. And now with the pandas, they're all going across the street and then coming to see us afterwards or before.
And so with today being the debut day, it's sure to be packed this weekend. Make sure you go online to get your free entry passes. You can find that information on our website, dcnewsnow.com. In Northwest, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, all pandas all the time. Daniel, thanks. Zoo has also brought back the popular panda cams. You get to see them on one of 40 cameras in the compound. The videos, and they're not just for entertainment. The zoo says they allow researchers to better document the pandas' behaviors. You can watch the live stream on the National Zoo's website from 7 in the morning till 7 at night every day.
New tonight, we are now hearing from a Maryland high school football coach who taught the 3 young men who were killed in a car crash last summer, including NFL rookie Kyrie Jackson. Jackson, Anthony Linton Jr., and Isaiah Hazel all played football at Wise High School, and Jackson had just been drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. And it was just yesterday that prosecutors charged Corey Klingman with drunk driving, saying she was impaired when she slammed into the car with the 3 young men, sending their car veering off the road and killing them. Their former coach says the charges against Klingman is a step in the right direction, but also brings up more pain.
Reopens the wound, but it also provides a sense of closure. They were all close. The 3 young men who passed and the young lady who was just indicted, they were all on the same state championship team.
Corey Klingman faces a whole list of charges, including vehicular manslaughter. She faces up to 30 years if convicted.
In D.C., the search continues tonight for the gunman who shot a teenager in Navy Yard this afternoon. It happened around 1 o'clock, just 2 blocks from Nats Park at 1st and P Street Southwest. Police say the teen was conscious and breathing when rushed to the hospital.
New details out of Maryland. 2 teens in Anne Arundel County now facing attempted murder charges. The 14 and 18-year-olds are accused in a stabbing at Meade High School yesterday. Investigators say they stabbed a 17-year-old classmate multiple times in a school bathroom. That student was rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police say they arrested both boys at their homes later that night, and they both face a whole list of charges. The Pipes and Drums Honor Guard playing here at the funeral service for Montgomery County firefighter Lieutenant Christopher Higgins. This was a private event for family, friends, and other first responders. And then this procession, a whole sea of blue, brought him to Glen Haven Memorial Park for his burial. Fire Lieutenant Higgins died in the line of duty back on January 11th.
Well, if some politicians have their way, Dulles Airport could have a brand new name. House Republicans are reintroducing a bill to rename it Donald J. Trump International Airport. A North Carolina congressman says 2 airports servicing the nation's capital should duly honor 2 of the best presidents.
Some Virginia lawmakers want to allow public workers, we're talking about police, firefighters, teachers, to collectively bargain. Right now, public employees are only allowed to join unions. They're not able to leverage that demand to have higher pay, increased benefits, and better working conditions, unless it is approved by their local governments. The Democrats backing the proposal, they say that public workers in unions should be allowed to negotiate for better salaries, but Republicans argue it could drive up taxes.
What we're talking about here is, the firefighters that save our homes, educators who teach our kids. We're talking about the police who keep us safe. We're talking about the people who helped us negotiate a pandemic just recently and didn't really have a choice about whether or not they went to work or not.
There's a collective bargain for health care, for retirement, for vacation, so they get a lot of time off. They have increased their retirements and excess wages, and the locality has to fund it.
There are currently 2 collective bargaining bills. One's in the Senate, the other is in the House.
All right, foodies, get ready to chow down. The district's Winter Restaurant Week starts on Monday. It runs through February 2nd. That's a week from Sunday. More than 200 restaurants are participating. They're offering multi-course brunch, lunch, and dinner menus ranging from $25 to $65 per person. Now, we have a list of the restaurants newly participating in Restaurant Week. It's right now on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Just go to the News tab, then click on Washington, D.C.